The wheels were The huge cogs were part of the... They looked very... A talking with no key. Looked like us. The box was now wedged in the...
That's quite a mess you've made there, Georges.
You know what they say about making omelets, Nico?
You can't make them without strawberry jam?
Strawberry jam? Just as I thought. It's a...
Can anyone...
Dwayne, this is George. George Stobart.
Holy cow! George! Just the fella I need. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, Dwayne. And don't you worry, I'll have you...
You reckon you can get the cable car running again?
No, the console isn't working properly. I've got...
George, this is Pearl. Get Kat to help you. She knows everything about that place.
Kat? Is she the girl in the closet?
Has she locked herself?
Kat? I found you a friendly voice.
How do you know my name?
Kat, dear, it's...
Pearl? How did you get here?
Listen, darling, it really is me. But I'm talking on the radio. George here is a very decent guy, and you should open the door.
I'm not going to fall for that. Prove it's you.
All right. Remember we discovered we both love musicals?
Yeah? And my favourite one is?
How does it go now? Help out. I am the very model of a modern major
Of information, vegetable, animal and mineral.
I know the kings of England and I quote the fight.
From Marathon to Waterloo in order categorical. I'm very good in integral and differential calculus.
I know the scientific names of beings and a malculus.
In short, it matters vegetable, animal and mineral.
I am the very model of a modern major general.
All right, only Pearl would know that, and I trust her. Who are you?
I'm George, and this is Nico. How did you end up in a closet?
There were some guys with guns. They took over the whole station.
We're trying to avoid...
I was quite surprised, you know. They never mentioned guns at the job interview.
Really?
Yeah, if the console was...
And there's...
See that burned out fuse down there?
In the back by the prongs?
Yeah. The idiots stuck a spanner in there and blew the fuse. Connect those two prongs somehow, and the console should restart.
アクセント-アクセント、チラリズム。
I don't know.
お姉ちゃんいらっしゃい、アスタリスク、オメガ、チラ。
Hi, it's Kat, isn't
Yeah, Cat D.
Katsy? And you run the station?
No, this is just a summer job.
So what do you do when you aren't locked in cupboards?
I'm a designer.
Oh, I knew a designer once.
George?
Of course.
Yes, I bet.
How come you know about repairing?
I like to know what I'm working with.
Got any ideas how I'm...
Don't you have something?
今日は早めに就寝しようとしたけど、マチコの配信機になってきても、歌、アスタリスクアクセント、アクセントアスタリスク、えへへ。
There's a little chapel called Santa.
ありがとう、でも無理しないでね。アスタリスクアクセント、アクセントアスタリスク、えへへ。
Did those guys go down there too?
Nah, I think they settled for closing down the cable cars.
How do you know Pearl?
She and Dwayne came through here this morning.
You seem like old friends.
I know.
She wouldn't be... Would you like to talk to...
No, thank you.
Any ideas on...
Well, you can.
いつも寝落ちしてしもとるから、ごめんね。しいてへ。
Nothing of interest in there.
永遠やで、アスタリスクアクセント V アクセント。
Any idea?
Well, you.
No one was...
Anybody?
No one was...
Anybody?
Looked like a... The cable car... With Langham and his... Besides.
「気にすんなよ。
The wheels were part of the... The box was... With... Besides.
ハイフン。包丁、玉ねぎ。
The box... Strawberry
Ata.
jam was smeared all over the machinery.
あ、お兄ちゃんだ。
I needed to elect... I needed... Trevor could help.
今日はりょうちゃんに返り討ちあっても歌。アクセントすべてのアクセント。繰り返し。
That... Good boy. I put Trevor down. He was going to help me.
アスタリスクイコール、さ。今日も配信してたんですね。あらま、まだまだ現役な量産でしたか。
Good boy. I needed. Trevor loved that cookie.
してたよ、りょうちゃん。
That. I realized if Trevor could carry the paperclip, then. But. That.
アメカジスタイルで頑張ってた。
They didn't. It. I needed.
ほほう。
I realized if Trevor could carry. But. They did not a. The console looked complicated. There was no way. I needed to avoid. I put Trevor down. He was going to help. Never. That was. So what's.
There's a little chap.
Did those.
No.
I didn't think. I have half.
I didn't get to eat my breakfast.
I didn't think. Any idea?
Where?
The control. It wasn't. Good boy.
ここでゴキぶりめっちゃ役に立ってるではないですか W。この状況をゴキでどうにかするゲームは私の発想を超えている。
That wouldn't work. Throwing the side mirror. That. I realized if Trevor could carry the paperclip, then he could hotwire the prongs.
やはり裏返したら顔と手と口があるんだな。
Fall off his back before he got there. Go, Trevor!
Sigma 半濁点0半濁点ひ
There had to be... Not a...
青ざめ吐き気を催している顔嘔吐する顔
I realized. But... That would... That wouldn't... That... That... I realized if Trevor could carry the... But the clip would fall off his back before he got there. I put Trevor down. There was no way. They didn't go. It... Not... I needed to avoid... The paperclip would do the trick connecting the two prongs, but I didn't want to just throw it. I realized, but that wouldn't work. The console looked complicated. That would be... That... Any ideas?
Where?
So... Did those... I didn't think... Cat seemed all... She wouldn't be... I didn't think... 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 I have...
I didn't...
I didn't think... Would you like... That wouldn't... Nothing of it. No one was mad.
Anybody?
That would be... The wheels were... The cables were... Trevor...
一体どうしろと言うんだ
Nope. That wouldn't... That? Good boy. I realized if Trevor could carry the paperclip, but the clip would fall off his back before he got there. That they that that go, Trevor, go! There had to be something missing. There was no way I could.
謎すぎる、ハイフン。
It was my phone. It was my bel. I didn't think. Poor Nico. I had dragged her. Cat looked at me like she knew me. Uncanny. Strawberry jam with the box was mangled. The box was mangled. Strawberry. The door. Looked like a. The cable cars were. I decided. Well, I'd done stranger things in my life.
ハイフンイコールイコール合同カサカサおよび。モッチーごきげんようイコールK線。K線 F すべての F。K線カサカサカサ。
Go, Trevor!
ごきげんようですわ。モッチーカサカサ。
Poor Trevor looked like he needed therapy, but the console was working. The console, it's working.
Cool. I can send you down there if you want. Let me just bring the cable car up here.
Pearl and Dwayne are going to be mighty relieved.
Oh, they must have been going down in
Goki goki.
Come on, Nico. There's no time to lose. As we got closer to the face of the rock, I knew for sure that we were on the right track. It was definitely the same as the face in the painting, but with one difference. The symbol of the tag.
生ゴキブリ見てみたい。
Well, here we are.
南にはいるらしい。ハイフン。
Let's have a look around. There must be a way up. Have you spotted a...
No.
I'll keep looking.
暖かい場所好きだからね。
You're right.
I wonder... How old do you think the chapel is?
I'm guessing the exterior's a couple of 100 years old, but the inside? Who knows? Some parts could be much older.
You think somehow this chapel might be connected to the face in the rock?
At a guess, I would say so. Hey, look, it's Pearl and Dwayne.
Come on, honey bun. Things ain't that bad.
You just don't understand. Today's been a disaster.
But
The monastery was closed. We got stuck in the cable car. And now this place is a building site.
aw, sweetie pie.
This was supposed to be the spiritual highlight of our trip, Dwayne. But the only spirit I see is that rotten turpentine over there.
Aw, heck.
Clearly, the Hendersons weren't having a great vacation. Nico? What should we...
Why not find out what the hell...
It was an old... Great to see you again, Mr. Henderson.
Great to see you too, George. Great work back there with the cable car.
Is Pearl okay?
I wish. I'm afraid we're having one of those days where everything goes wrong.
Tell me about it. What have you been up to since we last met in Quaramonte?
Well, there was that little sideshow, but we can't talk about it.
I do? I do.
Why?
Top secret.
Need to know, Nico. Dwayne is, snoozer.
Don't you mean...
No way, honey. A snoozer's at least 2 pay grades up from a sleeper. So I hear. Anyway, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Nicole Kala. Call me Nico.
Well, how's about that? So this... No wonder you've been hiding her...
Gosh.
It's lovely to finally meet you. George has taught me so much about you.
Oh, call me Dwayne, my dear. And let me assure you of one thing. Everything you've heard is quite possibly true.
Dwayne was loud, large, and short-sighted, but boy was he a charmer. Is there anything we can do for Pearl?
I sure as hell hope so,
鉄
George.
壁のパールさん。
She's
持
been
ちをゴキブ
planning
リなら
and
わんさかここの裏山にいるぞ。
And Santa Cova Chapel here was the cherry on the cake. Not a thing she don't know about this place. Madonna, blah, blah, blah. Chapel built in, yada, yada, yada. She's Santa Cova's
ア
very
クセ
own
ント、ア
walking
クセント、
encyclopedia.
カタカタ。
Well, weeping encyclopedia, I should say.
So what brings you to Santa Cova?
マチコちゃんさっきの電子版謎解けたの？ヒント見たら、クリップにジャムつけて、語気に貼るんだって。ド三角形ドアクセント。
Ever since the unfortunate car accident back home, she's
なんじゃそりゃ。
scouring those pilgrimage brochures. Gotta be full of wonder and life-changing. Got to have penance potential. Got to offer a real spiritual experience.
Well, I'm sure this place
わ
will
か
be
んないよ
very
もう
spiritual
W。
once it's finished.
If the chapel is not what she expected, how about the monastery?
Hot dog, no. That place is for tourists.
You said she expected a spiritual experience?
No, that's what the pilgrimages, little monk.
Smells, bells, and heavenly lights.
Yeah, that's what the lady wanted. Oh, excuse me, Pearl. There, dear.
Pearl could be a mine of information about the chap. If we could She wouldn't want to see it. But Pearl had already claimed this. I needed something more striking. Hi, Dwayne.
Hey, George.
How you hope?
Me? Pearl, she's pretty,
Well, maybe.
is that the last time she was in a...
Didn't go well?
I still have the scars. Not just...
What can you tell me about Sam?
Well, Pearl's the expert. She knows every...
Did you see the Black Madonna?
Oh, you betcha. She's the little lady we came to see. Though Pearl's in too much of a state to even look at her.
Hey, that tune you were whistling earlier, it sounded familiar.
Oh, it's Schubert's Ave Maria. In our courting days, me and Pearl used to hang out with the Campanology Society. It was Pearl's favorite.
Good thing we have.
In my line...
For what?
Well, thieves. I gotta protect my...
I thought maybe a squirt of brick.
Very considerate of you. Oh, excuse... There.
The view of... It looked like I had a fire extinguisher with all these lighted. It was a half.
今遡ってきたけどゴキブリに対してなんて残虐なんだ。
It looked just like its neighbor. The scaffolding was a little loose. Everything rattled. It made a surprisingly dulcet noise.
「ペット」と言いながら道具としてしか見ていない人間の傲慢さを表したエピソードなんやで。
It produced a
なんてこったいえん。ハットマークをハットマーク。
G. G. It was rickety scaffolding. Well,
まさかこれで演奏しろというのか。無理難題笑
a
た。
modern plaster altar had been built against the rock. A statue of the Madonna and Child watched over the an empty coffee.
もうちょい地に足ついた話にしてくれませんかね。オーバーバーシグマ、オーバーバー、ほじほじ。
The wall. It looked like it was a stone praying to the Madonna. I'd lowered the. I often wondered what these. I'd lowered the can. I often. That was. Nope. Decorating the candelabra with yarn. Decorating the candelabra with yarn was always fun. That I rested the side. I'd lowered the. I often want a mirror rest. I secured the mirror in place with some yarn. I need. That. I lit the candles on the candelabra. That was... Now that was some waves of spiritual goodness. It was a... There was a recess in the wall with a... Puritas. The Black Madonna. The candlelight. It was rickety. It was rickety. It produced a... That... The hammer... G... A...
What do you want?
Look! I made a Churchenspiel. That sounded like an A. It was rickety... Wrong. B, if I wasn't mistaken. A. A. Well. My mother always said cleanliness is never... I needed... Nope. Nico? So what did you mean by smells, bells, and heaven?
I'm talking about your...
Oh, I see. Smells, bells, and heavenly lights. Any idea how old the chap?
That's what I...
So...
That's the...
I found a stat...
Great? What?
Poor Pearl.
She's in... If we go...
So, all our hopes are pinned on an...
I pin my hopes on an American tourist all the time.
Got any ideas for smells?
Have you found any incense? Church smells don't get much more authentic than incense.
How do you like my lights, Nico?
They look...
I was... That... I didn't want to... That... Hi, Dwayne.
Hey,
How you home?
me, Pearl. She's something. Is the Madonna?
Just a trick.
That's what they want.
What can you
She knows.
What were you?
Oh, it's. Oh, excuse. There.
Nope. That was. The crank handle. It was a crank handle. It was an. Nope. That. It. I didn't want to set my pants on fire. That would be. I couldn't. I lit a match and dropped it into the empty mug. Well, that. I put the shaving. There was some wood shavings. I lit the shavings. They smelled not completely unlike sandalwood. The shavings were slowly burning. The hammer produced. B. A. Not. Well, that was. The hammer. G. A. Wrong. It was written. G. A. A. Well. Hey, Nico. I found.
Well, it's...
What do you think of this?
If I were...
It's got. How do you like?
Then
Any sug-
But did you notice Dwayne is whistling?
Is that?
Yeah.
Why don't you?
Of...
Poor.
To find... Especially...
Hey.
Maybe...
I knew she. Hi, Dwayne.
Hey,
What?
no, it's. Oh, there, dear.
There was some. For a second, I. That. I put the shade. Nope. I lit the shavings. The shavings were slowly. The shavings were. That. The shavings were. Pearl. Shh. Hi,
Hey,
how you holding?
Pearl.
What we?
No, it's
I would. How?
oh. There.
The view over the valley was spectacular.
積んだわ。
It produced a double.
終了。
I need. That. I need. There was some ash. For a second, I pondered my own. Never. I put the. I lit the shade. The shavings were. The shavings were.
ゴキブリや。
Nico? Anything new on the chapel?
詰まったらゴキ。
Not yet.
I found.
BBA に5機投げれば泣き止むだろ。繰り返し。アスタリスクアクセントマイナスアクセント。ぽい。 キノピオ BBA の実写みたいなやつだな。
The car... It was a... We couldn't leave... I sprayed the light. I put the scent. I lit the scented shaving. The scent of incense divine. Hey, Nick. What do you think?
Smells
Just like...
not quite.
I poured the the hammer... F sharp. A. B. G. B. G. F sharp. G. B. A. G. I had it. It was the tune Dwayne was humming.
Josh, that's Ave Maria. Let me have a go.
知らねえよ、こんなの、ハイフン。
Wow, you really nailed that, Nico.
Yep, this mop really is pretty
ニコ
special.
がやるのかい。
Leave this to me.
Pumpkin? Oh my!
What?
The sound, the light, the smell. And
Yeah.
the Madonna.
ダブリダブリダブリ。
I do believe. Tears. She's crying, Dwayne. The Madonna's crying. Little Timmy. Wrong side of the road. Not my fault. Broken leg. Compensation claim. Forgive me, poor Timmy.
Oh, Pearl, my precious, you're such a sensitive soul.
大丈夫かこの BBA。
Now that's done. I feel my soul's floating on air. We can get on with our pilgrimage, Dwayne.
Just another 1,000 clicks to go.
Pearl was back to her usual cheery self. Mrs. Henderson,
George, dear boy.
how you feeling?
Oh, just fine, thank you. I have just seen a miracle, George. It's all gonna be all right from now.
I'm sure it is, Mrs. Henderson. I'm sure it is. So, Pearl, what have you been up to since we last met?
Well, George, I've been on a journey.
Oh, really? Well, what kind of journey?
A spiritual one. A journey along the road to enlightenment.
Wow. And is that what brought you here?
It is. Though Santa Cova is but one step.
What's so special about Santa Cova?
It's an ancient and very holy place. I've spent the last year researching it, and I can truly say there is nothing I do not know about it.
I don't suppose you'd know anything about that rock out there?
No, only that for 1,000 years, people have claimed to see a face in its shapes.
Still, keeping busy, Dwayne?
Like the man said, George, that old and the pieces are ever in flux.
Guess it's your job to pick 'em up, huh?
Well, somebody has to do it, compadre.
I enjoyed talking to Dwayne, but I was rarely in. What can you tell me about the statue?
I read that the Black Madonna, she's called the Virgin of Montserrat. Some say the original was moved to the cathedral. But Dwayne and I know that's just a bluff, don't we, honey?
We sure do. This one is the real.
What can you tell me about Santa Cova?
Well, dear, they call it the Chapel of the... It was built directly into the mountain itself in 1690. It survived the Napoleonic Wars, mudslides, Civil War. But the chapel is still standing today. It's a miracle.
Or a restoration.
What was that, dear?
Yes, a miracle. Pearl, does this mean anything?
Oh, nothing, dear. Apart from the obvious Gnostic connotations of,
What?
you know, the Dominicans. All those Gnostic saints. Doubting Thomas, Judas, and you see the woman in the red cloak? The infamous Mary Magdalene herself.
A lady in red.
That's enough now, Dwayne.
Pearl knew her Gnostic onions, all right.
Then there's the Ouroboros.
Something special about it?
Well, if I remember rightly, back in the 30s and 40s, the chapel was renovated. The workmen uncovered numerous symbols carved in the rock. Amongst them was a...
But that's amazing.
Oh, it's not.
Oh.
It was considered blasphemous. So, sweet, the road to enlightenment waits for no woman.
'Tis the pilgrim's lot, George.
It was so nice. And meet your girlfriend.
Will not?
Take this radio, Nico. Never know when you might need it. Keep an eye on our boy.
Poor little lost.
I'm not...
Don't worry, this little lamb's in safe hands. Bon voyage.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Nico, don't...
Little...
Let's focus on the task in hand, shall we? Okay. This Ouroboros that Pearl mentioned...
You're right. We need to find it.
It was a... Nico? Anything new?
Not yet.
I found a...
Great. What?
It was a recess. The Black Madonna. A modern plaster altar had been built against... I hoped this was the... Hey, Nico, I found the Ouroboros.
So what now?
Pearl was right. The plaster had covered an Ouroboros. I pushed the Ouroboros, but nothing happened. That was... I held the medallion again. Nope. I couldn't see any... I'd already found the Ouroboros. That... The scent of... Divine. Nico? Got any idea?
If the Ouroboros represents... Maybe there's something else we need to do before...
How come you're...
Guys, leak up.
A carving of an... That was never... No, that did... I didn't want to say... It was... They didn't... The view. It was a. I pulled the Ouroboros. That would be. That. Not a. I didn't want to set. What was that noise? Ex Igne Pura. I knew it. Another secret passageway.
Amazing, Charles. How did you do it?
Just another case of the old Stobart magic, I guess, Nico.
Are you
Of course not. Just. Whoa, this is one dark cave.
It's the door that worries me.
Well, I'm sure the door will open again. Now we panic. Help! I gotta say, Nico, you're pretty calm about this.
Traveling with you, Charles, I've got used to this kind of thing. If I panicked every time a door shut behind us, probably forever, well...
You're right. What was I thinking? You see if you can get the door open, and I'll go check out the... dark, evil smell.
終盤まで来たけど、このゲームのノリがわからない。
Fumbling around in the dark wasn't going to be fun.
そして彼らの姿を見た者は誰もいなかった。
The wall felt like it had something.
そして BBA は寝た。激臭。BBA、アスタリスクアクセント、オメガ、アクセント、誰々
I didn't want to use my lap. It felt cold and smooth, like worn stone. It was cold to the touch and it was stone with a recess. There was some kind of... I needed to save the match. It felt cold. I could feel something smooth and spherical with clumps of what felt like... It was a flat surface. Short-haired. I guessed it was a tail. I had no idea. A large stone bowl was... It was some... Using my last... The match might have... Hey, Nico!
-オメガ-アクセント
Whoa!
It must be Ganon. Ramon said he disappeared while searching the mountains for the tabula.
So this is where he ended up.
タールさんかな
In a cave.
-。
Hole in the head dead. Decomposing for... And on closer inspection...
Okay, Jean. What is this?
Who knows? But look...
You're right. The colors, the trees.
It looks like the...
What do you mean?
The red robes and that whole... It must be Mary Magdalene, of course. Marquez told me that the Gnostics revered her. This place, it's some kind of Gnostic shrine.
There's got to be something to release that door. Maybe amongst these carvings.
But if it was that obvious, don't you think Ganon would have found it? Getting up close and personal to Ganon's leather, but we had to figure... Ganon had certainly been busy before he blew his brain. I wonder what he'd been up to. Ex luce veritas. Out of light, truth. I'd seen the same words on the fresco at Castel de Sants. Oil in the bowl of the lamp. It was an old water can. The contents had... It was an old flashlight. Nico!
What?
Is this what I think it is? It must be the Tabula Veritatis.
So Ganon did find it.
It's so small, so innocent looking. Why would Simeon call it evil? Why so many deaths for the...
And why go to such lengths to keep...
Unless it is as genuinely dangerous as Simeon claimed.
The question now is...
The photograph was of an ancient clay... Someone, presumably Ganon, had taken the time to translate the inscription. At a glance, the inscription seemed to relate to the exploits of someone called the Sun King. The symbol on the tablets looked similar to the ones etched into the face of the Tabula Veritatis. If Ganon's translation is correct, the symbol La Ji Shi sounds like a theme park. Ganon had translated that would wouldn't work. It looks like I prized the map. It looked like Ganon had scrawled some kind of last testament onto this map. My friends, I know that you will eventually find me, but by then I have decoded the tabula, and I know our destiny lies in paradise. The key to the power of God is in our hands. I die secure in the knowledge that you will now be able to tell my family that I died doing my duty, that I surrender my life gladly to the cause. In the light of the day, these words will fade, but rest assured that when they do, I'm not sure, but it looks like crafty old Ganon left a secret message in his testament. It had to be Ganon, in which case there was a bullet hole. Just like us, he'd been trapped. I picked up the old... It was too corroded and... It was a fedora, just like... Ex luce... The circle of iron was set... There were ancient scratches on the plinth, as if someone had moved the statue. I'm sure.
The red robes. It all makes sense. So...
Well, according to the Gnostic Gospels, when Mary kissed the lips of Jesus...
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So the Gnostics think that the suckling child is...
I guess so. I gave the statue a push. The pillar had... I knew it was supposed... The pillar had been carved. I knew it... Blue paint was peeling from the carved figure. I wondered if it was an... A large... All the other figures in the scene seemed to be supplicating themselves to it. The carved figure had once been green. I wondered if it was a representation of... A group of figures looked... They were all colored red. That... Check out this old...
Hey!
Hey. What are you looking for?
I'm not...
I'm laughing.
But George, he didn't have a woman's eye for detail.
What do you think of this?
I think...
I wondered if Ganon's notes on the photograph might help me to...
まためんどくさいのが来たぞ。
If
ハイ
Ganon's
フン。
translation... Ganon had marked... If Ganon's...
むずいやつやん。
The symbol Zhu Ha was translated as. Ganon had marked this symbol. It was a location. It was a location, but
難しい、冷や汗。さすが5期にジャムつけるゲームだ。ハイフン。
When I held the writing on the maps, well, I'll be darned.
What is it?
At a guess, the locations on the map might match up with the ones he's marked on this photograph. If the letter E matches the one on Gainon's translation, if this letter is the same location as the one marked D, if this letter matched the one on Gainon's translation, if the letters match the ones on Gainon's translation, if this letter matched the one on Gainon's translation, if the letters, if this letter match, if the letters match, if this letter is the, if the letter E, if Gainon had marked this symbol, if Gainon's translation is correct, the symbol La Ji Shi, Du A Shi, apparently means the Two River region. Du A Shi apparently means the Two River region.
「やり方はなんとなくわかってたけど、わけがわかりにくい。ハイフン。
That was the first row of symbols cracked. It was all starting to make sense. That wasn't right. So, these are directions. Begin at Sun City, travel 5 days east to a river. Travel south 6 days through a desert to the source of 4 rivers. Hey, Nico, I've cracked it!
Fantastic.
The Tabula Veritatis, it's a set of direct... Take a look at this map. The inscription says to start... Ganon hid the location in his map. It then says to travel 5 days east, then turn south, and travel to the source of 4 rivers.
And what is that?
I'm not sure, but it...
Right. Important enough. And guess what?
You have?
Look, while you were...
What did it do?
I'm not sure.
It didn't open the door.
Perhaps when...
Must be. If Ganon died looking for a way out...
Then...
I gave the statue another shot. In the lost language of medieval... Unfulfilled. Nothing. Nothing at... Nothing at... Hey. We need...
Something... Or something... That's right. This was...
That wouldn't... I'd already... They'd... Nope. That... I need... That... That... I needed to get... The medallion fitted... Whoa.
The light from the medallion is illuminating...
This could be our ticket out of here.
If you're right, that explains why Ganon never... He didn't have the medallion.
Nothing at... I gave the statue another shove.
That sounded like...
The stone door... No. I wondered... I knew it represented... Hey, we any close?
Whatever. Keep trying.
The ornate lamp. They were all colored.
That sounded like something important.
Is that the door?
Thank God. I was getting worried we'd be...
There could have been worse ways of being trapped forever.
It is the door. Come on.
I needed to grab the metal. Nico and I had the... Now all we needed to do... And make...
Don't die on me now, old man.
George, it's Langdon.
Stay back.
For the last time.
You'll never... It's here.
Just tell him, Papa.
I will tell you now.
Look at your... My man would...
I cannot let you... You will bring chaos to the world.
George, we have...
With luck, Langham wouldn't notice that the... Hold it there, Langham.
Well, if it isn't my least favorite American. Where is the...
Even if I did have it, why would I give it to you?
Because you don't...
For God's sake.
Yes, go on.
Don't push me.
That gun would... Give me the gun.
I didn't rate my chances.
Now.
I don't have it.
You're lying. I ask again.
If I give you the tabula...
I give you my word.
No, George.
So, the tabula vel... Actually, I will... The old man would just...
No, my father needs medical.
Oh.
No!
Problem solved.
Langdon, you'll rot in hell for what you've done.
Hell, quite the opposite, believe me. The world will be a better place, George, once Jehovah has been
What?
Lucifer will set us free.
You can't destroy Jehovah.
I can. Bring the girl.
But you agreed to let us all go...
She may be of use. One of my men will be... If they try to follow me.
It would be my...
Eva.
We don't even...
All we know.
Nothing.
There was a note, something about...
And we found a map. It shows the source of 4 rivers, but that's all.
Can it be?
You know what the...
In Genesis, there is a river. It flows from paradise.
Where is this place?
Eden is going...
The Garden of Eden? But that's just...
No. It's where Jehovah created life, where Lucifer gave Eve knowledge, where the gods are held in balance.
And now Langham has the tabula to lead him right to it.
Only you can stop him.
But how?
Eva, she will know.
He'd gone, but I knew he was right. We had to stop. Marquez was dead. Nico, what do we do?
We find a way to get past that guy.
Nico.
We find a way to get past that guard.
There was a door at the bottom of the steps, but I would never have... It was a door to an... I didn't think... The drain pipe entered a... It was a door to an... Nope. It was a door to... That... Hey, Nico, I've got a plan. Oh,
Roger, Jean.
I'm gonna place the radio out here. Maybe it'll be enough to distract the guard. Give me a second to set this up, then start talking.
Got it.
I carefully positioned the radio.
Quick, Josh, I found...
I'm warning you, I will...
ところでこのゲームって何が目的だっけ？
Could you use your... Wait till I'm out on the back.
Sure.
Listen, this is a big mistake.
You stick your head.
キリスト教的世界観を守る戦いだよ。オーバーバーシグマ、オーバーバー、ほじほじ。なるほどすげえ。
Okay, Nico.
Don't think.
The guard was already... The guard was already... The radio had slipped out. Hey, over there!
Just...
Yikes. That... The radio had slipped... The radio had slipped. It was a door to... I didn't want to attract attention. The candles were burnt. Nico, that thug is...
Let me... Hey,
Look, love, I'll just as happily put a bullet... If you fancy it...
you could have just said...
Any luck?
I gave you my best job. I think it's time to start thinking of it.
Can you try and call the... Don't forget, wait till I'm out on the balcony so I can check...
No problem.
Nico,
We've...
Can you try... Don't...
No problem.
Okay, Nick.
Quick shots.
I'm warning you.
You must.
How could you?
There was no. Nico, what do we do now?
We've got to find a way to get past that guard.
Can you try and call the guard again? Don't forget, wait till I'm out on the balcony so I can check that.
No problem.
この人たちに本当に脱出する気があるように見えない。
Okay, Nick.
Get a move on!
Don't think.
The guard was already pretty. The guard was already. The radio had.
もっと本気出せよ。
I didn't want to attract attention. The guard was too far. Nico. Can you try and... Don't forget, wait till...
No problem.
Okay, Nick.
I'm one.
The guard was already pretty. The hammer hit the guard on the head with. Nico, let's get out of here.
What did you do to the guard?
Those steps must... Nico, look. There's a cable car ready to go.
You don't think perhaps we should have waited for the next one?
Well, we caught it, didn't we? What's all the... Now, if I can just open this... Okay, maybe not. That would... You hanging in? The catch was on the inside. Well, that did. Not a...
叩き割れよ。
Damn it. It's a...
Just...
Nico!
So, we meet? I've come for my
What painting?
La Malediction.
Gesundheit.
Don't play games with me. We both know the painting.
You know, even if the painting was yours, I wouldn't give it to you. You're just a common...
But I won't let you...
Again?
You stole my ruble. My platinum 12 ruble.
That was just an old coin.
$150,000 worth of old coin.
Wow. Well, a guy could do a lot.
Enough of your... You will tell me where to find the treasure?
Not gonna happen. And did you really just say, so we meet a...
I needed to... I needed to... It was an... Hello? Down here!
Oh, hello.
Could you help?
Sorry, no. But while you're down there, maybe you can clear something up.
What?
Something you said when we first met.
Do I... Exactly.
Sure.
I don't...
You see, I'm a determinist. Goes with this line of work. But what you said in London made me ask one of the big questions. Is there such a thing as free will? Because if there is, then I've made some pretty dodgy choices in my time. So help me out a bit here.
So, do you have regrets?
No. But I am a little worried. This whole free will...
What do you enjoy in life?
Well, I like footy, a good scrap, and topiary.
We have a choice. We always have a choice. Just like you've got a choice.
I don't know. I'd like to. But the boss...
My philosophy class. So, you're a determinist. Isn't that just an excuse to let Medovsky...
At least I know who's controlling me actions. Do you?
Of course. I do as I choose.
So, you chose to leap off that cable car?
Yes, because you and Medovsky You did choose to shoot at me, didn't you?
Well, yes. But I didn't choose to shoot that geezer in the gallery.
Face it, Shields. Determinism is just a way to hide from
Maybe you're right. So what?
Can't you stop me?
As I said, it'll be futile. His actions are predetermined, like mine.
It's lovely chatting, but couldn't we discuss this somewhere more?
No way.
Why not choose what you...
Oh.
Is there nothing you can do to help?
It's more than my job's worth.
So, you're a football...
Gotta love the beautiful game.
So, if determinism was valid, why would anyone play? What would be the point of it all?
Sometimes when we lose, that's just what I think.
If what you create in topiary is predetermined...
Topiary isn't about... It's horticultural It makes the voices stop.
You never intended to kill him?
I just wanted to rough him up a little. But the gun went off and the rest is history. Free will didn't come into it.
But you'd made that choice, not to the fact he died.
So you think I've got a choice?
See? You didn't choose to kill...
He died
Exactly. If by redemption you mean a spell in jail with Damorph, then yes.
And you know what?
No.
I'm getting too old for this crime lark. I think I'm having an... Of course, it might just be indigestion. No, it's definitely an epiphany. I think you're right. The only thing that has led me here is me. I'm going to talk to the boss. He's sure to listen. Boss! Boss!
What is it, you imbecile? How many times have I told you not to interrupt me? Remember what we agreed. I am the...
And I am the little man who takes care...
Exactly. So, haven't you got a little thing you should be doing?
There is one little thing, now you mention it.
Well, don't let me stop you. Get on with it, you...
If you say so.
Oh. Oh, dear.
There you go. Free will under orders. Now that is what I call a real paradox.
George? You took your time back there.
Amadovsky and I had a lot to catch. And you and Shears seemed to be... So, I figured... Always nice to see old friend.
Oh, thank God it's you two. You would not be...
Try us.
Oh, dear.
We had a little philosophical disagreement on the way up. Nothing the little TLC won't fix.
Yeah, they're not really broken, more in a transitional state. It's amazing what a lick of paint can do.
What now, George?
We find Langham, we stop his crazy plan, we rescue Eva, and you win a Pulitzer.
When you put it like that, George, sounds easy.
So, how are we going to catch Langham?
Well, we've got a pretty good idea.
True, Mesopotamia. Or Iraq, as it is now. Not exactly a prime tourist spot.
Need a lift?
I don't think we'll catch Langham.
I'm not talking limo, mate. I'm talking Madovsky's full-on, fully fueled tax and ticket Learjet.
You think you can get us to...
Won't be the first time, if you know what... I've got the keys, the contacts, and a full drinks cabinet. How about it? It's the least I can do.
The last thing I remembered, and accepting a cocktail from... Hello? Anybody there? What happened to the lights?
Is that better?
Whoa! Senor Marquez?
Indeed. Hello, George.
But...
Does death worry?
You bet. I got an...
You have no choice. You cannot allow Langham to destroy Jehovah. Lucifer and Jehovah must rule in harmony, or chaos will prevail.
Don't listen to him, George. He is here to lead you astray. He is a Gnostic, a heretic. Lucifer is the devil. He should be defeated.
Whoa, hold your horses, Padre. I'm no big fan of the devil, but follow Jehovah, and what do you get? Subservience, repression, mindless conformity. Not my cup of tea, pal. I'm more into sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Bacchus is the god for me.
Ah, see what you get when you turn from Jehovah. A paint-spattered hedonist. Don't listen to either of them, George. A heretic and a lazy drunk.
風呂敷広げすぎた小賢しいゲームだねこれ。
Nor I a heretic.
I were best forger in the business.
And I gladly died for my faith, as did thousands of my ancestors.
Whoa, 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 fellas, please. My dream, my rules, okay? Now, it seems to me that what you call greed, he'd call ambition, and your subservience is his order. In just about an hour's time, I'm going up against a guy who intends to destroy God. I need advice. Practical advice.
Have a stiff drink and go down fighting. You're a dead man walking anyway.
Nonsense. Put your faith in God, and he will be your shield.
Don't listen to them, George. They're both wrong. Maintain the harmony. Protect the balance.
But how do I...
You have the answer in your hands, George.
In my hands? What do you mean?
George? George, wake up. You...
What? Oh.
You were dreaming. Something about sex and drugs from the sound of it.
Yeah. Are we there yet?
Well, that looks like the source of 4 rivers, so the Garden of Eden is right down there.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your... I hope you've had a... The temperature in Eden is a pleasant 30 degrees C. We shall be landing on a flat plane about... which you will find is a pleasant stroll. Fasten your seatbelt and all that gubbins. Finally, may I... We do hope you...
Come on, I think we're nearly there.
Wait, Charles. I think Shields is having a moment.
On.
You go on. We'll come.
Guys, there's a...
Is it Lango?
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, George.
Oh,
You like...
love her. Hey, we could call it Donna.
Oh, isn't it... Are you home?
Okay, while you get all David Attenborough on us, I'll take a... That's a Wolfram truck. The back of the truck was full of seal. A knapsack had been thrown. I decided I should locate the owners before. Langham and his Wolfram. It was Langham's men. I figured I'd...
What have we got here, then? Do you think the boss is coming?
Dunno, and don't care. I was only here to blow a hole in that rock. Job's done. Just waiting for me.
Let's give him half an hour, max. This place gives me the... Oh, don't be such a wuss. A few old... All right. Like...
We need to get past these idiots and...
Tricky. They've got some tasty... Besides, I've given up sen. Miss Collard is leading me out of the darkness. One day at a time.
Oh, that's great, Shears. I guess we're gonna have to find a way... Hey, Shears. Any idea?
Some...
A giant look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. So, what are we going to...
Perhaps you could create some kind of distraction.
Never... Well, it... I fed Trevor a little more cookie. That was the least I could do after. Never. For a brief moment, that moment quit. Another. What had I done? It was an old one limb just out of reach of the goat. I had it. I wonder just how much that goat liked. Hey, goat. That wouldn't work. Nope.
長いハイフン
That would. It devoured the.
www ストレスになっとるやないか。なんで戻って投げるのこいつ。
With my best throw, I tossed one of the ripe figs. It landed close to. I casually tossed a.
ゆったりとした時間を楽しむゲーム。
Oh, hello.
事件いらないハイフン。
Should we shoot him?
Nah.
戻ってきた。
Despite the yarn being a processed byproduct of a fellow bovid, the goat had... The goat smelled bad enough already. The goat sniffed the cookie, took a... I didn't blame it. Trevor could teach that goat a thing or two about good manners, but I couldn't risk him being eaten. I didn't think the... I didn't think... I didn't think... I didn't... I didn't think... They'd... That... The back of the truck was full of sealed boxes, a knapsack. I grabbed the knapsack. It was full of military items.
一回調べたときにトレや、シャープアクセントドオメガドアクセント、イラ。
I didn't think the goat... A canvas knapsack full of heavy objects. I didn't think the goat... Hey, Sierra. What's all this?
Explosive. Right, little...
Is that what I think?
Careful! Dynamite is fickle, unpredictable, and dangerous. No gymnastics while he got that...
I'm guessing this...
Dead right, Georgie boy. Don't worry about it, though. It's perfect. As long as you don't pull that timer cord. And if you do, give us a shout.
If you can't repair something with... What's that?
Fuse wire. Cut a length off.
Sounds simple.
It is.
What on...
Careful! It could be anything. Gelignite or... It could be someone's...
Yeah, I think what you got there is a... The classic... I took it. Not a snow... I tore off a length of fuse wire. A daring act, but one... On closer inspection, the T, which was distinct, the fuse didn't need lighting. It had a pull cord. With my best... It landed... I didn't want to go... I casually...
Come here. What are you?
I thought...
You were going to blow up?
Well, we needed to
There will be no, I repeat, no blowing up goats.
Putting it like that, Nico made it sound so much worse than it actually was.
I'll be having those explosives.
怒られた。
No.
I knew it was a sausage. Shears knew it was a sausage. Dynamite. I needed to figure... Nico, a hand, please.
I hope...
Trust me, a cunning six, wholly approved by all the major animal rights organizations. Just keep her still for a second.
Why have you attached this?
That's phase one.
If it's all...
I had a... Phase one of... Now, I just had to figure out... I didn't want to make myself a once budded... That should do the trick. Cry havoc and let slip the goats of war.
Oh, hello, fella. What's he got round his neck?
Looks like...
Scarpa! Langham's guards must have been spooked.
So, in there then? It looks...
I ain't... Tight spaces give me the... Why don't I stay here and make sure the three wise monkeys don't come?
The cave was Well, that didn't. Through the gloom. Come on, Nico.
Wow, this place is extra. You think this is real?
Well, if you see any apple, think twice before you eat them. Look, Lucifer, Jehovah.
And
He's got even. Whatever he's up to.
I hope we're...
Look, the altar. It's the shape of the tabula. We have to get across there, quick. The ancient bridge had collapsed. Langham had used a ladder to cross. There was an ancient tree, the tree of knowledge. What do you suppose?
What?
That? A lasso would have tangled on the vines rather than the ladder. It was a tangled mass of dry old... The ladder got caught. That? Nope. The fuse wire wasn't... How are we gonna...
We...
The tree of... A huge statue. The lightweight... It looked like Langham had used this. A huge... The lighter had run out of fuel, but the flint could still make sparks.
Charles?
I kind of...
Well...
That was... The fuse wire wasn't strong. A lasso. That would be... That was... I need... A lasso. That? The ancient... Langham had used a ladder to cross, but that ladder was now on the other side. It was a burning bush. Nope. I love the smell of it. The tree of...
You! Don't you ever give up, but you're too late. No one can stop me now.
Do something, George! He's crazy!
No, not crazy, as you will soon see.
You'll destroy us all!
にじみ出るトルバーブルック感。
Ha! The ancients who built these statues feared their powers. But soon, I shall control them.
What are you gonna do with...
It is the key that will awaken the two. Upon Lucifer shall smite Jehovah with his power.
You can't destroy Jehovah. You'll shatter the balance. You'll plunge the world into chaos.
No. Ruled by Lucifer, man will be liberated to realize his greatest ambitions. To realize... But this isn't the place to discuss.
Where do you see...
How about...
クソゲ博士だね。
Ecce homo...
Escape was the last thing.
Nico! You must
まともなミステリー芸はないのか。
Eva, I don't...
But your father said you had the...
He used to talk about pure light. Pure light? What does that mean?
I don't know. That's what he said. Pure light, white light, will...
Joel! A massive green light shot from the orb. A massive blue light.
Nico, we must stop it. What's... He's in some... Powers out.
Nico! Real light! Get...
That would drop...
Nico! Hurry, please, light! What do you think of it?
I think you have an insatiable... That was... Before long... No. The tree...
ゲホゲホ言うだけならいちいち出てくんな、ハイフン。
A massive statue of Jehovah framed up green light shot from the... A mass blew... Of course, they didn't. Well, it was... That wouldn't have... Run for it, Eva!
That's it, Ego. Rise up, Lucifer. Smite Jehovah. Just got to focus the light. Pura, Lux.
何ゲーだよこれ、オメガ。
Jehovah must be destroyed. The world will embrace Lucifer. What gives you the right to stand in his way?
Free will. That's what we bring. Humanity brings free will. The final piece of the Trinity.
Pottage. マジ大風呂敷
Guys, while you've been larking about, I've been thinking about supper. How does a nice barbecue tickle your fancy?
I think you'd better have this, don't you?
いやこいつ犯人やん
Now I must spend mine protecting it.
How? Where will you go?
To Catalonia, I have a house and a chapel to restore, and a new life to build as a Gnostic leader.
You know, Nico, this time I really wasn't sure if we were going to make it.
Perhaps we had the gods on our side.
クソゲー特有の謎の悟りエンド
Maybe you're right.
You know, we make a great team.
We could be more than a team.
Oh?
Before this all started, back in Paris, I was just about to invite you out to...
Oi! Dinner is served.
Fantastic.
What's on the menu?
Doner kebabs with a spicy fig compote.
Wait, Donna as in...
いい話だな
Donna?
But Nico, I thought you loved goat.
「欧米人のジョークはついていくのが難しい」スタッフロールは A。 おせい W。たら、ぬと申すか。このゲーム謎解きのスッキリ感が皆無だった。
Next moment she's a fire and fight. Got me wondering, is it day or night? Oh baby, you're out of sight. Jasmine, she got right through my skin. Jasmine, I'm hooked so deep away in. Jasmine, okay, I lose, you win. So cool, adrenaline.
長え。確かな。というわけで素晴らしいゲームでしたね。ええ、とてもね。ね4日。周回したいわ。お兄ちゃんこれ配信だね。 いいのかい？私は見ないけど。やらん。匠 AA アクセント D アクセント AA 匠。さねよ。繰り返し、アスタリスクアクセント、オメガ、アクセントアスタリスク、おやすみなさあなみせんい。